What's going on, guys? It is Sheep Rampage here, and today we are talking about the brand new Juice Wrld documentary. So as you guys probably know, Juice Wrld was an artist who came into the game in 2018 with his project Goodbye and Good Riddance that immediately took him straight to the top, thanks to songs like Lucid Dreams that just recently became 9 times platinum. Now, with Juice Wrld's passing back in late 2019, Juice's label has been dropping occasional music, starting with the project Legends Never Die. And initially after this project, a second one was supposed to be released as well, called The Party Never Ends. And after they hyped it all up and teased singles, they actually just canceled the album. Supposedly because HBO had a documentary for Juice Wrld ready to come out this year. And the album was going to be scrapped and redone as a documentary soundtrack. Now, the Juice Wrld community wasn't too happy with this, to the point where some of Juice's largest unreleased songs had been leaked for tens of thousands of dollars. And similar to what we've been seeing previously, Juice's manager Lil Bibby actually announced that there'd be a new single dropping next week, and in his fashion, deleted the tweet, leaving that drop date entirely up in the air. However, despite all of this commotion going on with the community from leaks to undelivered promises, at Rolling Loud 2021, we saw an unseen tease for the brand new Juice Wrld documentary supposedly called Fighting Demons, based on the trailer. Now, like anything in the community, this was of course controversial, mostly because Fighting Demons is the name of another song that was already released. However, that is somewhat old news, because incredibly recently, HBO has dropped a brand new video on their YouTube channel showing off some documentaries coming on their service soon. One of those actually happening to be about Juice Wrld and his documentary. Now, while this is super exciting to see and is something I wasn't expecting for a while, the fact that we are getting this documentary probably shouldn't be a surprise to anybody, because pretty much every single time a large artist passes, documentaries and other content regarding the legacy that they've left behind are created to help celebrate their life. But going back to the video in the trailer, we pretty much just see a few flashing videos of Juice Wrld at concerts or doing other things. However, what was most important was the promotional poster that was shown with it, that of which confirming that the documentary would be coming out on December 16th, and also that the new name for the documentary was actually Into the Abyss. And while this is all that we have regarding official news, this is far from the first thing that we know about the documentary, because even though music has been leaking left and right, now the documentary itself is slowly starting to slip through the cracks as well. We've had confirmations of the documentary coming out around this time, about a week before its announcement, and according to leaks, supposedly the album and soundtrack will both be releasing on the same exact day, December 16th, and the documentary will be approximately 2 hours long, with the soundtrack being built into it, of course. Not to mention, there's rumors that some people have the entire documentary ready to leak, and there's some minor proof to back this up, as there's been a video floating around Twitter and Instagram of a pretty iconic Juice Wrld clip playing in black and white, supposedly meant to be the beginning of the documentary, or at least an early version of it. This could obviously be fake and remade, especially considering how iconic the clip was. However, what gives this a lot of validity is the fact that during the clip, there's an instrumental playing under it that gives off a similar vibe to the infamous track Go Hard featuring Lil Uzi Vert, a song that was supposed to be the lead single to The Party Never Ends, but never saw the light of day, of course. Another thing that gives this a lot of validity is the fact that as potential track lists are leaking and coming out for the soundtrack, this weird intro-ish thing has also been said to be the intro to the actual album. And while as an intro this seems relatively basic and weird, it's once again something we've seen the label do before. Like in Legends Never Die, all of the interludes and intros and outros are pretty much entirely old famous clips of Juice Wrld from when he was still around. But in my opinion, I really hope these kinds of documentary and personal leaks just stop happening. Because while I understand a lot of people like leaks, even if it's just despite the label, especially with something like the soundtrack and documentary, a lot of the content is built and perfected to show off Juice's legacy. And I really don't like the idea of people being mad about release dates and going in to leak everything the label has been working on for years. Especially as more news is coming out about people hacking into Juice's iCloud and reading off his old text messages, and more very personal information. But regardless, in just a month, we will be officially seeing the Juice Wrld documentary, and in like a week or so, it's premiering live in person at an event, so there will be people who are able to see it early and potentially confirm or deny some of the new soundtrack and documentary rumors that have been going around lately. But let me know you guys' thoughts on this. Do you like the idea of leaks? Are you excited for the documentary? Let me know down in the comments below. Subscribe and peace.